I wanted to try to catch this storm over the mountain, and then the sun shining on the mountains in the background. Pronghorned antelope. Wow, they're hard to get up close to. We're in between Rocky Mountain National Park and Grand Teton National Park. Just wanted to show you some of the landscape I'm driving through here in Wyoming. I drove yesterday from Fraser, Colorado after church to Rawlins, Wyoming, which is about a, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hour drive. And then I parked north of Rawlins about 20 miles, just on straight up flat land. It was sandy, there was sagebrush. It's very unusual. And so I went to sleep last night about 10 o'clock and I woke up at 5. Saw a beautiful sunrise at about 5:20, and now I've been driving north through the Shoshone Indian Reservation and headed to the Grand Tetons National Park. So it's a pretty typical day out here in the west. Features change. You have the Rockies, you have the snow-capped mountains, and then you have this. You feel like you're on an M-class planet with Star Trek. Lots of cattle, lots of sheep. I see some pronghorn antelope as I have videos of that, and now we're headed towards the Rockies. It's not the Tetons, but we're getting more back into the snow-capped mountains. They are way off in the distance here. Just very few vehicles on the highway. Lots of pronghorn antelope, lots of cattle, a lot of ranches. Mostly beef, very little dairy. So it's very interesting coming over a mountain here, probably at about 7,000 feet, headed down into a valley. It's just lovely, lovely in its own way. This is the little town of Dubois, or in French, Dubois. Just a little cow town. Just a town for tourists and ranchers. I think they might even have like an ice cream stand. Not much fast food out here. If you get anything, it would be at a service station. Population 911 in Du Bois. What is that? Jackalope. There are lots of formations like this here in the Wind River area. Lots of red dirt and rocks, and you got the Wind River along the side, on the left and right side, depending on how your road travels. And then you got those Rocky Mountains coming up. It's just classic loneliness. But people build out here. They like this isolation. It's just, I can't imagine the loneliness of the pioneers when they first came out this way. But actually, I've seen 5 houses in a row here. After 2 hours of driving, nothing. Pretty wild. Just passed a whole little herd of mule deer. Looks like mule deer country. First I was in pronghorn antelope country, and like 100 miles back I was in moose country. Now I'm in mule deer country. What's next? I'm out here to see the animals, the big animals, so that is a lot of fun. This is such a cute little pullout in the Shoshone National Forest in the Wind River area. And it's, you know, it's got picnic tables and a little toilet, and my van is a mess. But we got snow. And it's just in the national forest, you know, you come across these little places just to stop and have some quiet. What a beautiful lake with all this snow here on June the 9th. So we're driving through the Bridger-Teton National Forest. It really starts getting into the kind of Rocky Mountains that I love. I love all these green fir trees and some grass and flowers, and it's a whole John Denver cover for an album. And I've been singing John Denver all the way out west. It's crazy. And this is a mega wildlife viewing area. You'll see lots of moose. May see grizzlies. They have the brown kind of grizzlies out here as well. And elk and otter and weasels and badgers and all sorts of bird life. Man, this is paradise right here. This is what it's all about. I've been driving since 5 this morning. It was 41 degrees. Now it's 59 degrees. So I gotta love summertime in the Rocky Mountains. I'm about 20 miles from Grand Tetons National Park. It is an awesome, awesome place. This is one of the National Forest pull-offs. It's a Monday morning and nobody's here. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I don't think the actual tourist season really gets kicking in until about mid-June because there's so much snow around, and people don't like that for some reason. I like it. I don't mind getting snowed on. I'm in a van, so it's really, really easy. But this valley here is perfect for moose and grizzly. This is where they hang out. And I'm going to come up on this bridge here, and there's a bunch of swallows that make their nests under this bridge. I want you to hear them. It's so cool. This is just another creek. We call this a river in Virginia, but this is just a creek. Around here, okay, have a listen. Well, you didn't get to hear them, but when I first came through the first time, they were squawking and disturbed that I would drive through there. But it just, everywhere you turn, there's something in nature to look at. When I come out to the Grand Tetons, I come to get this first effect. The first sighting, that is amazing. Tetons. They're just out on a clear creek. It's so cool. They just have the whole time that you're here. I cleared my windshield a little bit so that you can see better. Man, that's the view. You just see it the whole time that you're here.